MakingStarWars.net.
Award from MakingStarWars.com. And this is Rob, also known as the Blue World Order.
Blue World Order.
Yeah. So we get all of our, scoops and stuff. It's like a Illuminati kind of thing, I mean, we prophesized the second coming of Avatar, and here it is tomorrow. So think about
the fucking theater's filled up. Now, granted, because I go and check like the tickets, right? If I buy a ticket, I can see what seats are taking. I'm like, who the fuck's sitting next to me? And
yeah.
40. This
a really fat guy and a baby.
I'm just like, oh man, dude, I might be wearing 2 masks tomorrow.
Uh-huh.
Like,
yeah,
I want to N95 squared, right? Like, squared, yeah.
Just wear the Darth Vader mask, Anyways, let's get into the news today. We have Patty J. I wanted to get on last night, but I was like, I'll wait for Rob. Hopefully I can get Rob on today. We did it. So, okay. Really quickly, before I get into it, though, I just want to say there's things to take apart in this, things to discuss. I want to be on her side. I don't trust
the side with creators.
I don't trust the corporations. I don't trust any of those people, to be honest, when it comes to business. Okay.
Nope.
But I have a theory about this.
But
I have a theory about this.
Your Joe Rogan butt. I love it.
But I'm just saying, my kids did get vaccinated today. We got that done. And my fucking 5G has never been better. I'm just throwing it out there. I'm just saying. Do your own research. Here we go.
You should be like, can you hear me now? You walk next to your kid. You're like, oh, I can. Great reception.
Now you can. For some reason, Penny's 5G is extreme. All right. So she starts it with sigh. That's not a good sign. I mean, I'm a shit writer, so I can make fun of other shit writers, but that's not a good way to
hold on. Before you do that,
okay,
I want to say I would rather you come from like an academia or news journalistic standpoint. When people are writing like autobiographies or like personal notes, I prefer their voice versus a narrator's voice. So
you prefer it like sigh. It was the best of times. It was the worst of times.
Literally, Hunter S. Thompson would have wrote that way. Sure, you know what I mean. He just would have been done that through the lens of a fucking acid trip in the middle of the Mojave Desert.
We're out here. It's Ewok country. Kathy's everywhere. Kathy's got eyes everywhere. Okay.
I'm also reminded. Hold on. I'm also reminded of all the like rules there are for writing novels. And then when I read Quentin Tarantino's Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, I'm like, oh, so if you're famous, they just let you can ignore all of it. And it works. It's not necessary is what I'm saying.
Here is what I always told undergrads when I was a grad student doing the teaching jazz. If you know the rules, and I know you know the rules, then you can break the rules. If you don't know the rules, you can't break the rules.
So she knows the rules. She knows how to write apology letters on the internet.
Okay,
I mean, apology. I don't know what you call it.
Gotta get to it. We gotta get to it.
All right.
Sigh. Should I say it or do I do it?
You gotta do it.
Jack, you're my number one. Okay. And I'm not one to talk about private career matters.
Oh no, never.
But I will not allow inaccuracies to continue. Here are the facts. I originally left Rogue Squadron after a long and productive development process when it became clear it couldn't happen soon enough. And I did not want to delay World War III any further.
Look, Patty, hold on, Patty, time out, right? You gotta spell Wonder Woman 3 and then abbreviate. I know I just said rules don't matter, but in the place where like literally Russia's invading countries, you gotta clarify whether you mean Wonder Woman or World War.
Okay. Okay, so all right.
Because I have palpitations, Jason. I see that,
Emperor palpitations. Okay. When I did, Lucasfilm asked me to consider coming back to Rogue Squadron after World War III, which I was honored to do, so I agreed. They made a new deal with me. In fact, I am still on it. And that project has been in active development ever since. I don't know if it will happen or not, or when or until the development process is complete, but I look forward to its potential ahead. So, okay, so right here she's saying it's
Patty on the march.
yeah, Penny on the march. World War III is happening.
Warner Brothers, and last a sister.
Okay. I'll read the next part. It's less stupid, I promise. Okay.
No, I like stupid.
When there started being backlash about World War III not happening, the attractive clickbait false story that it was me that killed it or
Fake
walked
news.
away started to spread. This is simply not true. I never walked away. I was open to considering anything asked of me. It was my understanding that there was nothing I could do to move anything forward at this time. DC is obviously buried in changes they are having to make, so I understand these decisions are difficult right now. I do not want what has been a beautiful journey with the World War to land on a negative note.
Hold on.
Mhm.
Did she watch her last film? Like,
No.
I am not a picky.
Hey.
Like, you know, when you said Willow, there's a low bar.
This is Patty's time.
There's a low bar for me, and Morbius and Wonder Woman 84 cross that threshold. You know,
She didn't do Morbius, did she?
Yeah, no, but you know, it's
Okay.
the same thing. It's the same
Okay.
thing.
Yeah. Wonder Woman 84. I didn't even finish it. It's a shit.
Those
shit
Venom
burger.
films too. They suck. Sorry.
I have loved and been honored to be the person who got to make the last two Wonder Woman films. She's an incredible character. Living in and around her values makes one a better person every day. I wish her and her legacy an amazing future ahead with or without me. Okay.
Okay.
Walking side by side with Linda Carter, an absolute legend and beacon of goodness and light, has been a thrill. I have learned so much from her and will cherish her as a friend and mentor always. My crew has been like family and fought every day to give the world the best films they could. And
Every day. Every
Gal
fucking day.
Gadot, I don't know what her name is. Where do I even
Gadot.
begin? Gal is a gal pal. No, so that's not what it says. Gal is the greatest gift I ever received in the whole journey. A cherished
her friend.
inspiration and sister. Now I would like to sing Imagine. No, there are no words I can use to convey how magical she is.
Oh, hold on.
Sigh.
How about sigh?
She is walking embodiment of Wonder Woman in real life and a better person than the world can imagine.
Oh no, she just put Gal Gadot and Imagine together in a sentence, and no one. See, look at that subtle shade, Jason. See, only a guy who never accepts a compliment would be able to see that one. You know? Yeah, I see what she did. Imagine, clever.
Imagine. Oh, okay. Never once in the millions of moments I have spent with her did I see anything less. She is a gift to the world, and even more so to me. Lastly, but most importantly, thank you. It says it in caps. To the incredible World War fans.
God damn it, Patty! Come on, Wonder Woman is not a big fucking thing to type.
She just goes. She types Wonder Woman. She one. All right, Wonder Woman fans. Maybe the scraps of paper shit's true. I'm just saying. No. Wonder Woman fans are often not the most visible in the media and online, but I want you to know that we've always seen and celebrated you and your importance. She's doing the James Cameron thing. You know, we're the underdog. You were first and foremost in our minds every day we made the last two films. You are the best and most loving people, and I look forward to always celebrating with you. Thank you all up on this journey. Keep Wonder Woman alive. So it's all about Wonder Woman right there. And then, okay, so you get it, right? But hold here,
okay. Nobody, hold on. I just want to say this. Nobody, when this news came out, was like, fucking, we hate Gal Gadot. Get rid of her as Wonder Woman. Nobody said that. You know,
at first they did because they said she wasn't. They actually did say that. They said she was too thin and she wasn't they wanted like a.
I'm
Amazonian,
talking about when this story hit that she was off Wonder Woman 3. I'm not talking about in 2015, 2014.
Okay, right. But I mean, I could watch paint dry with that woman in front of it and be like, not too bad.
Man, I grew up watching Buffy, so I'll watch anything girl beat the shit out of fucking vampires all day. I don't care, you know. But I buy it.
But so she says, I originally left Rogue Squadron after a long and productive development process when it became clear it couldn't happen soon enough.
Yeah.
So that right there, I'm curious about that. Like that's kind of what I would love to have like a follow up to, because was this the kind of thing where she's like, well, I got to go do Wonder Woman. Lucasfilm's like, oh shit, really? She's like, yeah, they said I got to go do Wonder Woman. And then they're like, okay, what can we do? Well, I can make it next week or in 5 years. And they're just like, we can't do that. Well,
Hold on.
that's on you then.
Noel's like, next week or 5 years.
That sounds like your problem, Lucasfilm. Your fault. So, anyways, but they made a new deal with me. In fact, I'm still on it. So after Wonder Woman 3, which I was honored to do, so I agreed. They made a new deal with me. In fact, I am still on it, and the project has been in active development ever since. So that we have an interesting situation here where what we're seeing is that these schedules that we have, these little years that we have, these are arbitrary made up dates. They don't mean a fucking thing. We really shouldn't take them very seriously.
Time is a construct of the imagination. I understand.
Fuck, dude. You're saying that everything's happening all at once right now?
That good movie, you know?
Oh, yeah.
Hot dog thing was a little weird, but it's good. It's good.
I love the hot dog thing. I'd do that again.
I Greasy Strangler would. Greasy Strangler would.
Yeah. I need some more grease on my dog so it could go down my throat. But yeah, no, but we are seeing, like, unless Lucasfilm is getting movies in, I mean, which is not the case. We know it's not the case, or we wouldn't have this Patty Jenkins situation, would we?
No.
They're going to do 2 Star Wars movies in a year if they can. They're going to try it again, I think. I think that's what this is telling us. If all of the stars keep aligning, we might get that. We might get a year where there's an Avatar movie and a Star Wars movie and another or something like that. Maybe not in the same year, but we might have Avatar and Star Wars in the same years going forward, because some of these movies either are destined to die or already dead. Because what do we got? We got Kevin Feige and Waldron teaming up. We got a guy we're going to talk about right now. Next story. We got Patty Jenkins. We got a saga by Lindelof. Like that right there's 4. And that's what we know of. I might be even forgetting one.
Yeah.
But that's what we fucking know of. That's
like nuclear secrets, or it could be just hidden anywhere, these movies, right? Go down to Lucasfilm, they're coming out of drawers or in the basement. They're fucking.
Well, if we move all of these around and just make them one film, even though that one might be a saga, just to one film, that's an 8-year plan. Does that sound like the 8-year plan that is somebody who's about to get fired next year? Yes. With the $25 million severance pay?
Yeah.
It doesn't sound like that to me.
I don't know, man. You underestimate Hollywood, Jason. I mean, like, you know, like they're in the middle of a Flash movie. They keep refilming scenes because they don't know which Batman's going to be in the movie. I mean, I can't. Every 6 months. Now Affleck's filmed him. Now Keaton's filmed it. But Affleck's back. Oh, no, then Keaton's filming it. I don't fucking know what they're doing. You know,
I'm not following that too closely, but I do remember like there was like a test screening and then this happened. People were like, oh, they refilmed. But do we know that they didn't actually just film 2 versions of the first thing and then one alternate, and then that's what people have seen in the test screenings? I'm just throwing that out there. I don't know. I don't really care though either. But we end up we end up in
plan. They don't have a plan, Jason.
No,
they put a lot of pieces on the table, and it's like the projects are survival of the fittest. It's battle royale with scripts, you know, like they wheel Lindelof and Patty in a room with those American Gladiator sticks, right? You gotta get on those, and they gotta go, and then Taika swings in, or he's got that cannon that can shoot tennis balls from far away, and he's just knocking them all out. So like, and whoever survives, you know, gets their movie first.
Sorry, Mr. Bulletin. He's all, I see you're doing a show. I've been on this Fortnite loading screen for like an hour and a half. I told him I would do the.
Who says he doesn't have any time?
But I was like, well, there's so much news. Let's just get through it real quick. You know, that's what I was hoping to do. But we got done at the doctor. I took the kids to get their vaccinations today. And we were supposed to get the vaccinations at like 11:15, but I took them like an hour early just to check in and get ready and stuff, you know. And I got a flat tire on the way home, so I knew something bad was gonna happen. I haven't fixed it yet. I got a flat tire. Just living with the flat tire right now. It's flat tire life. But anyways,
The Timmy.
So,
That's why I
so
call it.
I was
Rocky
like, I
the
got home a
Timmy.
little bit early, so I decided, oh, we were going to try to do the show. Yeah. So, do you want to let's speaking of Bestman, let's see what he says, because I haven't got to read his article yet. So let's just see what he says about this. Patty Jenkins says the Star Wars Rogue Squadron is still in active development. Buy him a coffee. Or super chat me. I don't care. Super chat me, and then I'll give it to him. We'll do like a whole money laundering thing here. All right. It's been a few days in the headlines for Wonder Woman 84 director Patty Jenkins, who had her third installment of the hit Wonder Woman franchise canceled sometime last week. THR broke the story that Jenkins' third Wonder Woman movie had been canceled and that the project was considered dead at Warner Brothers Discovery. But following the new, various other outlets shared what they were hearing about the situation with the fallout, not looking good for the director. Deadline reported that Jenkins was due to hand in a script for Wonder Woman 3, but Warner received, quote, pieces of paper.
With
Whilst
size on it. What size written on it?
the Wrap Sigh reported that Jenkins sent Warner's executives a Wikipedia article explaining what a character arc was after the executives involved decided not to move forward with Jenkins' vision of Wonder Woman 3. However, throughout all of this, only one reporter brought up Star Wars Rogue Squadron, the film that was announced in December 2020, with
Only
a planned
one.
release of December 2023 before it was infinitely delayed.
Infinitely.
And once indefinitely, delayed. And that person was Jeff Snyder, the Insnider, a reliable insider, the Outsnider, and journalist who broke the story that Damon Lindelof was writing a Star Wars film many months before it was reported in the trades. Since then, Snyder has multiple reports confirmed, and in my opinion, is without question one of the best insiders around at the moment. He said the insider because he's the Insnider. He should have wrote one of the best Insniders around at the moment, because he would always be the best Insnider. All right.
Yeah.
During the latest episode of his podcast, The Hot Mike, or The Hot Mick, I'm not sure how you say that. I'm joking. Snyder briefly brought up Jenkins' Rogue Squadron script, which he described as a mess, and was her Wonder Woman 3 script, and described the director as a nightmare. The Wonder Woman director has now taken to Twitter and released a statement following the past week's worth of headlines. Jenkins, in her statement, briefly covered Rogue Squadron and claimed that the film is in active development. You can read a segment of the Patty Jenkins statement below, which pertains to Rogue Squadron. Sigh, and then that's where she reads it. Okay. It's interesting to hear Patty's version of events. In January 2021, just a month after Rogue Squadron was officially announced with a 2023 release date, costume designer Lindy Hemming, who was set to work on Rogue Squadron, claimed that Jenkins would shoot Rogue Squadron before the third Wonder Woman film. But just 10 months later, the film is delayed indefinitely due to scheduling conflicts, and Jenkins proceeds to work on Wonder Woman 3. Reading into Jenkins' statements in this 10-month window, where she walks away as the film couldn't happen soon enough. And it's this quote I'm having a hard time reconciling. The film was announced in December 2020 for a December 2023 release. It was set to shoot before Wonder Woman 3, likely in 2022, but couldn't happen soon enough. And Jenkins didn't want to delay Wonder Woman 3, so she walks away by November 2021. Perhaps development was not going smoothly and the project was looking likely to be delayed, which could have had a knock of effect for Wonder Woman. Who knows? But I hope we learn more regarding the situation soon. So I think his analysis there is pretty on. The next Star Wars film is slated to release in December 2025. Currently, there are two contenders for the date. The untitled film being worked on by Taika Waititi and Kirsty Wilson-Cairns, and another by Damon Lindelof. Because President Kathleen Kennedy said in May that Waititi's film was next to be released, but since then, word has been quiet around the project, whilst momentum grew around Lindelof's project. So yeah. So there's definitely some like stuff about this one that's a little hard to make sense of, doesn't really add up to me. And then we got this story about another director. Can you believe it, Rob? Rob can't believe it. So if you remember,
James Cameron?
No, Sean Levy.
Sean Levy. Oh, okay. I would have grown if it weren't for Stranger Things, Jason.
Yeah.
I mean,
sometimes Sometimes people have to direct shit to fucking pay the bills. You know, no one wants to work at McDonald's, but some people have to direct McDonald's commercials to pay the bills. You know, but what was Cameron's first movie? What was your boy?
Well, technically it was Xenogenesis, but it was a short film. But I know what you mean, Piranha
just
2.
Fucking lame sometimes. You fucking nerd. What was your first movie?
What?
What was it? Say it.
Well, it was technically Xenogenesis, but it's
Say
not really his film if you only shoot for like
Just-
6 weeks and you get thrown off the film and someone else directs the whole thing. So it's not really his first.
Just say
Huh?
it.
Terminator.
Oh, you son of a bitch.
Come on, you know the story, man. That a producer would only get funding if he had an American director attached. So he attached him, got the funding, and then fired him so he could direct the movie.
In your own way, you just still proved my point. It's oftentimes not a director's fault if a movie is shit. They are ultimately responsible and or take all the credit, as the saying goes.
He didn't direct the whole. No. If it goes down to the very end, then the director takes credit. If you get fired off the film because the producer has an ego and wants to be a director, then it's not his film anymore. Just he had to leave Cameron in the credits because the funding.
Point being, you have to work with some real assholes, and just because you're a director doesn't mean you have all the power, and you got to make some shit sometimes.
That's true. Sometimes you have to make 3 prequels, so Pepsi keeps everything running. Right, Jason?
I mean, no, it's true. George, this is the thing that George deserves credit for. This is where George is an exceptional man.
I'm quite exceptional.
George, we might take a minute to talk about the time you stole a rock star away from Jim Carrey. Want to talk about that a little bit?
Oh yeah. I'm very proud.
After this, you fucking
Okay. Yeah. Francis hates it. I love it.
So recently, this is BestmanBulletin.com's article on it. Recently, it was announced that the director behind Free Guy, The Adam Project, Real Steel, and various episodes of Stranger Things, Sean Levy, was set to helm a Star Wars film in the somewhat near future. It was reported that Levy, who's deep into pre-production of the highly anticipated third Deadpool movie for Marvel Studios, would focus on developing an untitled Star Wars film for Lucasfilm and Disney once Deadpool 3 hits the big screen in November 2024. Sean Levy is promoting his newly released Disney Plus film, Night at the Museum.
Indian in another cover.
James Cameron rises again. And naturally, if you're attached to Star Wars, that topic is going to be brought up. Levy spoke with Collider and Sci-Fi about his upcoming mysterious Star Wars film, and the director shared some interesting tidbits. Levy told Collider that he was working on a Star Wars project is thrilling and is the big canvas storytelling that he's always dreamed of. He told the outlet he's been speaking with Lucasfilm President Kathleen Kennedy for a while, and that she came to him to initiate the project, but that the project itself isn't close to pre-production due to his work on Deadpool 3, which films next year and releases in November 2024. Despite his excitement of being hired to work on a Star Wars film, Levy revealed he's very aware of the number of directors that get attached to direct a Star Wars film, but fail to make it onto the big screen. He says, this is Sean Levy, I'm very aware of the ratio of filmmakers who get to the starting line. As you know, Steve, I'm a student of business, and of course I note that. But here's my attitude. I have this golden ticket to a galaxy far, far away.
That's how Jonathan Hales felt.
And I'm going to devote myself to developing a screenplay that gives me that privilege of making this movie.
Same story.
I don't attach to things because it looks good in a trade announcement. I attach myself to things I intend to make. And you better believe I'm not going to squander this juiciest of opportunities. I'm going to work my patootie off. Sean Levy.
How's the name of Jar Jar's sister? You don't think if you're aware? Patootie.
Since 2017, a number of writers and directors have been announced to developing Star Wars films. Ryan Johansson, The Last Jedi, was announced to be developing a trilogy of films. David Benioff and D.B. Weiss, Game of Thrones, were set to create a series of films. But they sold out. I mean, and I don't blame them. Marvel Studios president Kevin Feige was announced to be producing a film written by Michael Waldron. Doctor
Good
Strange.
bookstore.
JD Dillard was writing a film inspired by the Star Wars
never
TIE
heard of him.
Fighter. Taika Waititi is set to direct a film he co-wrote with Christy Wilson Cairns, Patty Jenkins. Oh no, Patty
Leroy.
Hankins is still developing Rogue Squadron despite the film receiving an indefinite delay. Oh, are you sure about that? You sound stupid right now. I just read your other article. Damon Lindelof is writing a movie that's set to be directed by Sharmeen Obaid-Chinoy, Miss Marvel, and lastly, Levy has been announced. So there we go. Man, that's a lot of directors. Oh yeah, is she the one? No, wait.
Jason, back in my day, you could just get an ILM guy to do all these movies. You didn't have to look.
Okay.
Just open the door, you point, and they'll do it.
Yeah.
You want to design Ewoks or direct a movie? You got to pick one.
Sean Solo Levy, as we call him around here, has been very open in letting eager Star Wars fans know what his film. Fans know that his film is in the very early stages of development and is very far away from getting cameras rolling. Given Levy's commitment to Deadpool 3, will likely not see his outing until December 2027 at the earliest.
Oh, that's a shame. Yeah,
that is his take. I mean, that's just like your opinion, dude. You know what I mean?
No, it's like a poem. It rhymes like a Mad Libs. You just fill in the blanks in the script. You just blah da 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 da. Anakin's dad. Yada yada yada. Sand. Murder some kids. Race war. Yeah, it's all good. Yeah.
Okay.
That's not hard. Anyone can do it.
Arya says Rogue Squadron is not coming. She even said during the letter that she doesn't know if it will happen. Hope they can find somebody that has a good track record and wasn't carried by Zach. Oh damn, we got. Is this a Snyderverse burn?
Yeah, sick burn.
Sick. Fucking George. You're crazy, George.
Yeah, I know. I get into it sometimes, Jason. Yeah.
As the truth says, can't wait for Ryan Johansson to shut down Bespin Bolton and MSW on Twitter like James Gunn did in Variety today. What? Hey, I'm okay with it because I don't make stuff up. So when they do it to me, I'll be okay with it. I'll be like, well, what about this? And then they could respond.
You know? One time Ben Affleck picked on Rick McCollum, and so I shot a videotape and sent it to him and gave Ben a sick burn on VHS. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we even got Struzan to do a cover.
Just, that was from Star Wars to Sick Burns. George Lucas's 101 ways to burn somebody in Hollywood.
Yeah, that's coming. I'm going to self-publish on Kindle. So experimental literature. Yeah. All right. Anyway, it's fascinating. I got to go eat some barbecue. I am diabetic.
You're a diabetic guy. You do what you got to do, bud.
I came to find out that the editor on The Abyss also edited Short Circuit too.
Mm-hmm.
and he was the editor on Star Wars to Jedi, that documentary.
Proving my point. You're proving my point right now. You're proving my point. Just because you did something shitty in Hollywood before doesn't mean that you're not talented and that you aren't,
I've said this many times. I get blamed for I got no talent. I mean, it's partly true. But you can't just say because, hey, Rob, you're going to work on Star Wars, you're going to turn into Crash Bandicoot because that's the last thing you did. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
I mean, Kushner directed that movie about the guy in drag who murdered people. Remember that one?
Let's just think it's a RoboCop 2.
Right before Empire. Right?
Let's just think it's a RoboCop 2, though. He did Empire and then he did RoboCop 2.
Yeah.
Fucking explain that. You can't. You know what? Well, you can. Studios are dumb.
Regret.
All right.
Yeah.
Here we go. What's new with Linda Ronstadt? She's singing her love song to Star Wars czar George Lucas. From People
All I gotta say is go watch the Pirates of Penzance and tell me if George Lucas didn't get a giant, remember that story how Michael Douglas was like, I took my kids to see Zorro and I saw this woman on screen and I had to have her, and then he had her. Like, so fucking creepy.
All I know, fucking
George went to go see Pirates of Penzance, not with his kids, because he likes musicals with pirates. And
I don't know. All I know is fucking George is a hero of mine. Okay, this is from People. Linda Ronstadt comes on stage in a strapless silver dress with flowers in her ponytailed hair and long white gloves, all 50s cute with a little 40s frump. That's George Lucas right there. That's what George Lucas totally fucking wants. 50s cute with 40s frump. The Princess of the Prom. She's in Santa Barbara.
Kink shame me. I don't,
taping her HBO concert, singing old sweet standards from her surprising smash hit of an album. What's new? Nelson Riddle strikes up his 43-piece band, and she warbles the lyrics of "I've got a crush on you." How glad the many millions of Toms and Dicks and Williams would be to capture me. Plus, one Jerry, one Pete, one JD, and one George Lucas. I fell, she sings, and it was swell. Ronstadt's latest crush, George Lucas, the maker of the Star Wars trilogy, is just her type. Bright, creative, curious, interesting, and by all accounts, one of the nicest guys on two legs.
Yeah.
He has just as many reasons to fall for her, and they each have one more. They are both private hermits from hype. Ronstadt, 38, and Lucas, 39, never have been photographed together, but they have been together since a friend introduced them in December. She's a frequent visitor to whatever, California. I don't want to San Anselmo, California, where Lucas lives, and his and his Skywalker Ranch, a nearby sequestered enclave for filmmaking. And he has visited her Malibu and Brentwood homes. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, look at this.
Bet you haven't done better.
Just an old-fashioned gal. On the recent Grammy show, Ronstadt is nonetheless worth a reported $40 million, mostly from her 18 albums, 6 of which are platinum, and her concert tours. Lucas needn't fear she's after his money.
No. You couldn't even. Well, you could make 2 empires with that if you don't adjust for inflation, right, Kurtz?
But they keep it to themselves as much as they can, just as Linda tried to do in her liaisons with former Governor Jerry Brown.
She dates all the conservatives.
I'm Governor Jerry Brown. I smile and never frown. Journalist, okay, dead Kennedys. Journalist Pete Hamill and songwriter J.D. Souther, to name a few people she's, I guess, banged. And no wonder, a San Francisco radio station reported recently that Linda was spotted in San Anselmo drugstore. What? Buying condoms? The owner didn't even realize at first that Ronstadt's companion was Lucas. I just thought he was her houseboy, she says. Who fucking talk? I thought it was her houseboy. George Lucas, houseboy. Are you a houseboy, George Lucas? Are you housebroken?
Well, I mean, I thought he thought I was his homeboy, but I'm not hip enough. So.
Lucas and wife Marcia, Oscar-winning film editor, separated last year.
No, I hate that photo.
Custody of Amanda, 3, the child they adopted in 1981, was shared, although Amanda is now said to spend nearly all her time with Lucas. Marcia is reported to be living with a craftsman who helped make the stained glass used in the buildings at Skywalker Ranch.
This photo makes Marcia's arms look like one of those inflatable guys in front of car stations, right? And look at the arms.
I gotta be honest, I think she might be a ventriloquist puppet. I don't think Marcia was real ever. I think it's a fake arm, and that you control her as a puppet.
Yeah, well, I used to say she reminded me of puppets, and then we met Jim Henson, and I was like, look, it's you. You're basically if we put felt on her, she'd be a puppet. Yeah.
Right. All right. Linda's life is equally complicated. She recently stopped dating comedian Jim Carrey, 22. According to one friend of his, she refused to stop seeing other men. Could that be Lucas's fate? Or has she found her true love? She'll never tell.
All I'm going to say is you don't see me spending all my time in a room with crazy paintings, naked, just running around everywhere, right?
Right. It's true, George. Her friends can merely surmise. George is so lucky to be with her, says one Ronstadt associate.
Well,
he will have more fun than he's ever had in his life.
Hey, well.
She will break his heart into thousands of pieces and go on to someone else. Peter Asher, her longtime producer and friend, reportedly concurs. Linda is already getting restless. This is just her nature. Linda does have a roving eye, and she does not want to settle down. Back in 1977, Ronstadt boldly stated her romantic philosophy. I used to think you could only go to bed with a man out of pure love. I still
Right?
think that's the best reason to, but I don't fall in love very often. I mean,
Oh,
you got to get laid. You can't go on
oh.
forever without sex. You can't invent a love affair. I've
Well,
now included pure lust as the second reason to go to bed with somebody. I mean, she's making sense. And a perfectly acceptable third reason
Heidi
is
felt the
curiosity.
same way. Yeah.
George, were you lust, a love affair, or were you a curiosity?
Look, all I'm saying is, I showed Kurtz how to groom a pussy-eating beard.
Oh,
I gotta go.
fuck this shit, dude. All right.
He doesn't like being the.
Didn't let me put on the spot.
He's the rebel. He's the rebel in his world. You know what I mean?
Right.
This
He is.
makes the woman who starred in the Pirates of Penzance to be the rebel. I don't know. So that's what Bestman's dad was doing in the 80s, was writing love stories about love rumors about George Lucas and Linda Ronstadt. Oh, that's awesome.
But
Just
by
like
the
his
way,
father before him.
When I made the feature image for this episode, I took the Wookiee that Bespin used here, but I put him behind the directors and I blurred him. So he looks like even like more like a Bigfoot. I liked it. It made me laugh. You make fucking 100 of these featured images and you start kind of going batty. All right,
Harry and the Hendersons.
So we're back to real news and not just some dumb article I found that I thought was funny. bestmanbulletin.com/2022/12/exclusives-star-wars-the acolyte -filming -near-trago
Jason, this isn't Mid-Journey, all right?
Sorry. I was
prompting the whole.
I was malfunctioning.
Oh yeah.
Last week, I exclusively reported, not me, Bestman Bulletin. Last week, Bestman Bulletin exclusively reported that Star Wars The Acolyte was filming in 3 locations in South Wales. The, what was it? Brecon. It's Brecon. Brecon Beacons. It's like not like breakdancing. It's like, I reckon, Brecon. That's what he told me. The Brecon Beacons National Park, Resolven, and near Vaynor Road. Oh, God, this fucking place. Mithril. Tidefil? He told me. I don't know. You know what, Wells? Fuck you, Wells. Fuck all of you. All right, I love you guys. I love you, Wells. I'm sorry. But fuck, come on. At the time of my reporting, filming in Resolven had concluded. At the time of writing this, filming near Vaynor Road and the Brecon Beacons National Park has now concluded. You may remember last week, the Daily Mail posted set photos of the Acolyte as they didn't share where they were taken, but I have it on good authority. They were taken at the Brecon Beacons National Park. And then he posted this tweet of him right here. Look at it right there.
Brecon Beacons.
He says
it also looks like the Holiday Inn in Carlsbad. It's got that windmill. You know what I mean? Got that windmill over in Carlsbad. You've seen it.
So, look at what he wrote. I kept where Star Wars The Acolyte was filming in Brecon and Resolven quiet for over a month for various reasons, but after certain events occurred last week, I don't care anymore. They are now near Trago Mills.
I know of these events.
Keep an eye on places where Willow filmed. And look right here, there's a little fucking video on how to get there. Look at him. Bestman Bulletin, here I go. Bestman Bulletin, here I go. That's Bestman's new theme I just wrote.
We got to get Bestman Bulletin, that little blue 3-wheeled car that like Mr. Bean hates,
right?
Like, there's always 3-wheel car he fucks with, so he can just go around fucking around with everyone.
Today, however, I'm bringing you a new filming location for the Leslie Headland created series. As I mentioned in my report last week, I knew of the Brecon location for over a month, but avoided reporting on the matter until filming in the location was done, or close to being done. But that is not the case this time around. Science for PDX, which I explained last week, stands for Paradox, which is the code name for Star Wars. It's the code name for the code name. Yeah. It's the abbreviation of the code name. So for Star Wars, the Acolyte can be spotted in fucking Southwest.
Can't do it, can you, Jason? Can't do it, Mr. Academia. Come on, smarty pants.
I'm not a smarty pants.
Show us your big brain. Come on, read the word. You can read Psy. You can't read that.
Merthyr Tidefil. Merthyr.
This
Merthyr?
bathroom.
Yeah, it's out the end of the Wales, and this is how
You sound like Roger Rabbit trying to read that shit, man.
It leads you towards the Trago Mills Shopping Center on Swansea Road. God, you have to say it every time. Is this like a Welsh thing that you have to say? I mean, can you just say you have to actually write it? Is you fucking with me, Bestman? You fucking with me right now? Signs at Trago Mills
All right,
point
Walter.
towards fields up. I mean, it's like me going every single time I write, like, fucking what is it called? El Segundo, California, 90924 every time.
And look, he's fucking with you when the next time he writes that Swanson Road Mithril Tahini, he puts Toothy Swanson Road Mithril Tahini. Right. You're like, you knew it.
Since Bestman's a producer on the show, I think I'm able to bitch about this because this is like our producer. We get to be like this, like our star fit, and we get to throw a star fit at the producer, right? That makes sense.
Does Bestman have McCollum hair now? Does he get the?
Oh yeah, oh big time.
He's like that red face, but it's only red around here for some reason.
Yeah. Well, it turns out he figured out where the set was because he and McCollum share a Coke dealer. All right. Anyway, I'm kidding.
Coca-Cola. Brexit's tough. You can't get any of them sodas.
Oh, sorry. Correction. They drink Pepsi. It's that big.
That's how Lucas got paid.
So So right here, you can see right here is the Trago Mills Mall or whatever shopping center, Centra, and then right here you can see trailers, etc. are here. So if you're there and you want to go crash the set, it's almost like.
Bestman flew way up in the air to get that photo, huh?
Yeah, it's almost like you shouldn't really get extreme and try to bully people that know where your location is, because if we can't get there because you're going to bully us the fuck off of there or around there and you're going to act like fucking maniacs, then we'll just say where it is and then we'll let somebody else bring the pictures to the internet or to us for us. It's that easy. It's that simple.
We should just go there in Star Trek outfits and troll them.
Yeah,
we heard they're making the Star Treks.
I mean, it's like I go there. I drink Coke Zero from a fucking big gulp because I'm fucking crazy. Look at this thing.
You're the guy who saves the big gulp cups and reuses them at home.
It's only $1 to refill it if you do it that way. So what you do is you just drink it and then you just rinse it out and then use it again. It's good for the environment. And you get all that caffeine that you need to be a fucking crazy maniac and start reading crazy accents on YouTube. So whatever, dude. Okay, this is Bestman Bulletin. What's interesting is that this location was previously used for the Lucasfilm series Willow. Down, Willow.
Master of Puppets.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, I got Master of Puppets as my Fortnite emote. So I kill people and I play Master of Puppets with the guitar or on drums, and my people next to me can get onto it and we all fucking play it, dude. It's fucking cool as shit. I'm telling you. You don't believe me? It's true. All right.
I don't believe you. I don't believe you listen to Master of Puppets.
In Fortnite. In Fortnite. I'm not even joking. That really happened. And I was driving a car. And Nothing Else Matters started playing. Like Metallica, I don't know. Did James Hetfield get divorced or something? Because they're like everywhere right now. Their shit's like getting pushed into like mass media really hard. They must have like lowered their, they must be saying yes to things as opposed to no to things now. I know they're doing like a 2-year tour, so maybe that has to do with it. But anyways, yeah. So that's the fucking Star Wars news for today. I think we really got to it all. We did it in 43 minutes. Got a little early show going, and now we have the rest of the day to play Fortnite and live our lives. And I could maybe fix a flat tire. Maybe I'll fix it tomorrow. I kind of think I'm going to fix it tomorrow. Let today be today. I made it home. It's a big fucking deal. That's what I say. But yeah. What Jedi Mike says, nothing else matters, not on Master of Puppets. Yeah, that's true. The song Nothing Else Matters is in the car when you drive in Fortnite. Master of Puppets is the emote I bought.
Well, next thing you know, they're gonna put that in Mando, but it's gonna be Nothing Else Minges.
Yeah. we were yesterday. All this Star Wars news was breaking. I actually made a video of it. I need to convert it, so I can't just show it right now. But all this news was breaking, and me and Bestman Bulletin were on a dirt bike in Fortnite, and he's driving the dirt bike, and I'm on the back playing Master of Puppets on a drum set. And we just decided, like, we're not going to do anything. We just decided, let them eat cake. It was fun. We had a good time. And then today we're taking care of business. How did I like Willow episode 4? It's all right. The so much of the show is broken for me that it's like I have to really like do mental blocking to make shit like okay. And it starts playing fucking punk music while they fucking run around and shit. I'm just like, you fucking broke Willow. So I'm a little bit like, I don't know, man. I wanna like
Rogue
it,
One.
dude.
They wanted to let the boaties hit the floor.
Yeah, I'm just like, I'm just like to a point where I feel bad fucking supporting it. There's a lot to like, but the things that they do like are things I can't get over. This is like, have you ever gone out on a date with somebody who's really wonderful, super beautiful, but there's just something that's wrong, and you're like, this I can't get past?
No, but I think the women I went on dates with had that experience with me.
With you? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm certain they did.
I think I said it on the show one time. The very next morning, I'm at her house, and she's like, are you into politics? And I'm like, sure. She goes, yeah. She starts telling me that Putin's a good man. This is before the Ukraine and all that shit. But started telling me that. I was just like, well, it's been a good time. I gotta go.
Jason gets thrown out a window.
Yeah. I'm not GG Jazzy Jeff cool. I guess they're not the front door.
Nobody is, man.
That's true.
No, that's all the Russian oligarchs who get tossed out of apartment buildings. I don't know if you've been keeping track of that. You know how everyone likes the conspiracy theories about the Clintons killing people, like Rogan put that shit out? This actually happens. Russian oligarchs are always being thrown out their fucking apartment windows. It's great.
Yeah, and and Trump praises them, and Trump's a good man, and Trump takes North Korean loans from North Korea, says that they're a good man, and
no, they're companies with affiliations with North Korea. I mean, not the same thing.
What fucking sucks is that like the Clintons do suck balls. They're fucking terrible. They're fucking terrible. Like but it doesn't oh, girls. Yeah, see, here we go. Oh, okay, I gotta go, guys, because it's getting hot in here and I got some stuff I gotta do. Hot girls are waiting. Thank you for blocking them. Welcome. They're blocked. Well, never mind. I got cock blocked again by Rob.
I cock blocked you with the sexy bots.
I mean,
only incel internet idiots would fucking argue. Then you know that's happening. Hey man, what are you doing? She was talking with me. It's another guy talking to you, and that's fine. But you know what I mean. You didn't expect that.
Why is Rob so jealous? You know what I mean? Like, it's because like I was talking to a hot babe on the internet. All right. Anyways, oh yeah, Jedi Mike.
Because I can't say it. I'm not gonna say it.
Okay.
I'm censoring myself.
All right. I got a mandate with a Bespin Bulletin. We're gonna play some Fortnite. So we're gonna call it a show. We did it. Got to the news.
We did this. That's it.
We did it. We had all the news. We're doing it.
So early. Tomorrow is my Avatar day.
Tomorrow's your Avatar day. Tomorrow's my Avatar night. And I will probably do a show at some point tomorrow if there's any kind of news to get to. And I might do a review of Willow 4. I haven't rewatched it since it hit Disney Plus. I only watched it back when I watched all 7. So I might watch it again and just might do a Willow. I don't know. So far, Junkbox is the only one that's been like, "Where's your Willow? You know, what'd you think of Willow?" No one else has asked me. So, and by the way,
come on, that you're a fan, fake fan.
For whatever reason, on StreamYard, I just see these squares when you post some of those, whatever that image is. I don't know what it is, dude, but I can't see it because it doesn't work on StreamYard. But these ones work. Sorry, Nari, or the music works. So I don't know. I don't know.
Eggplants, Jason. I don't know if you're aware.
Oh, big old dicks.
Yeah.
BBC. All right. Here we go. We're gonna go now. Bye, everybody. Nick, am I seeing you on the old Fortnite today? I'm seeing you on the Fortnite. I'll see you there, man. And it was a blue people emoji. Okay, Willow is awesome. Okay, Junkbox is enjoying Willow. Like I said, I'm not here to ruin anybody's good time with like Willow. My personal relationship with Willow right now is fucking. We are having problems. That's my personal relationship with Willow. I think I'm gonna watch it again. I think I'm gonna watch it again to see if I could find any joy in that fucking lemon. You know,
I've never had to watch something twice to know if I liked it or not, man. Like, you're just trying to commit. The closest I can get to was trying to figure out like if Lucas was rusty with the Phantom Menace or if it was intentional with the
all
Phantom
right.
Menace.
It's like this though. It's like this. When you like a whole thing, but it puts a fucking music number in the middle of it, like Return of the Jedi. There's people that are like, I can't watch Return of the Jedi because Jedi rocks. They fucking turn it off. I don't love Jedi rocks. I don't fucking give a shit, to be honest with you. The old music number sucked too. The old music wasn't fucking good. And so it's just like it was a kind of a whatever move for me. But so can I still watch Return of the Jedi even though I don't care about that moment? Yeah, I can. But it also like, but right now that's bothering me. When I watch it, that music shit bothers me. But then they go to like fucking Knockmar Castle, and I'm like, fucking metal. It's what I wanted the whole time. I wanted to say fucking metal. I just didn't want you to actually play metal when I'm thinking it. You know what I mean?
This is the problem with like creatives when they, how do I say it? Okay, let me give you an example. When I was in college, I had a film editing teacher, right? And a film instructor who he was a lighting guy. He actually got on Dune. He just went down there, went to Mexico, got on the set, got a job. One of those guys. When you can do that. And we had to do this editing thing, this class where you had to take a movie and make a trailer out of it, right? And I got a signed Bullet. I didn't pick it. I got a signed Bullet. And the teacher had made a joke. This is 2004-ish. And he goes, made a joke about putting in that Sheryl Crow song, right? Steve McQueen. And I was like, all right. So I got the fucking trailer. And I just have it go into the Steve McQueen Sheryl Crow song. And this guy was like, just like, so like you can't put the Steve McQueen song in a Steve McQueen trailer. Like the irony only works if it's comedy, but this is not what this thing is, like you're missing the point. And I'm like, I don't fucking care about Steve McQueen fucking movies. I don't give a shit. Yeah, I like this in the game Driver. You want to play Driver? I get into that. This fucking thing, I don't care. So, but I understand now, like someone says this is metal, and he's like, I should put the metal to make it metal. And you're like, no, don't. That's not what you do. That's a rookie mistake. Like
rookie mistake.
Rookie mistake.
Yeah. By the way, did you see the trailer for that Adam Driver movie 65? I think it's called 65. Is it 65 or 64? It's not 69. It's like, but it's yeah, check it out. Let me know what you think. I'll send it to you. I think it looks pretty good. I like the trailer a lot. My kids saw it. They said, Jurassic Park, don't care. Jurassic Park.
Oh yeah, Campy and them were talking about it. I haven't seen it though.
Jurassic Park. Fuck that movie over for my kids. My kids were like, fuck that movie because Jurassic World left such a bad taste in their mouths. They don't want to watch it. I'm like, what a world.
Hey, now those kids understand how I feel about Attack of the Clones.
Hey, I only okay, don't dare diss Yub Nub. Fair enough. I do celebrate the love, but here's the thing. I'm not dissing Yub Nub, okay? Yub Nub's pretty fucking sweet. But the special edition song is more apt for the end of Anakin Skywalker's story. Just saying.
I love now, man, how people are like, Yub Nub, man, that was my jam. And I'm like, when you guys say Disney-fy Star Wars, the Ewoks are Disney-fying Star Wars. There's no way you can get around it. You can pretend they're murder bears in Battlefront and get all ironic and in your head do some weird head canon. But let's be honest, it's fucking it's literally putting little fucking Care Bears, Cabbage Patch Kids.
Star Wars Disney-fied Star Wars. Empire Strikes Back made people think maybe it wasn't Disney. And then Return of the Jedi just reminded everybody
it went right back to fucking, it's right up there with Escape from Witch Mountain and Bed Knobs and Broomsticks. You know, so we had a chance to get out of it, and we went balls deep back in that Disney shit.
It's
man.
Wizard of Oz and that's MGM, stupid. Sorry.
Did you just invoke Wizard of Oz on this show?
I did.
Did you just do it?
I did.
Because originally Willow was called Munchkins, Jason. I don't know if you're aware.
True story. It's a true story.
Yeah, that's a big influence on me. Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, Judy Garland. Yeah, I used to have Linda dress in.
I remember when you got your Kurt's pussy eating beard, you said Munchkin, Munchkin. I remember you doing that, and Linda Ronstadt dumping you for it. You wouldn't stop doing it every time you tried to make sweet love.
Yeah, Patty Smythe was available though.
Yeah, I think Patty would fucking kill you, dude.
I am the warrior.
Yeah,
I love that song. I love it.
I'm struggling with episode 3 and 4 of Willow had such high hopes. Yeah, that's where I'm at with it. Is looking at what could have been, and seeing what they filmed is what could have been, and then what they did with it is where it becomes the issue for me. And yeah, just is what it is, man. I mean, I don't know. It has some cool moments later on. It does have some cool moments, but at the end of the day, I'm just
you know what, Jason? I just say, before you get all fucking, I don't know, different with the property, like do the thing first and then veer off. You know, like if they did the series and then kind of veered, but it is it the worst thing ever? No, not by a long shot. I've seen far worse fantasy-based TV shows. They're pretty fucking bad. But it's just it panders to people who go, well, I didn't have much expectation, so like that's not a place you want to be in at any point where you're like, we didn't expect much, so you can say that about any mediocre thing. Like, if it wasn't called Willow, would anyone be talking about it?
Yeah, well, and my whole thing is if you didn't think Willow was that amazing in the first place, you shouldn't have brought it back. If you didn't think it was amazing in the first place, you shouldn't have made more. You shouldn't have been the first to bring it back.
John Kasdan loves Willow, apparently. Like
I don't think he does. I think John Kasdan put Willow on with the radio on and watched it. I don't know. I don't.
Now you know how I feel about the writing of Solo. The whole take on it.
If John Kasdan loves Willow, that's like loving someone and never listening to what they say. You know what I mean?
That's how I feel about Solo. Like that's you're speaking. You didn't get each other. We getting it.
Yeah. I think Solo's competent. I think Willow is incompetent though. I think that's like the major difference.
But that's because Ron Howard probably made it competent. Could you imagine had fucking whoever directed these episodes of Willow had come, they just gotten some, Willow director. I don't know who directed them.
I'm definitely hashtag don't make Willow's don't make Willow 2 happen. And I'm hashtag don't make Solo 2 happen. Don't. It ain't worth it.
Ron Howard made that whale movie with Crims Hemsworth. It's not good, but it's competent, So
well, Nick, it's like the old song said, I'm shaping up and I'm working out. Lapping Neck in its original.
Still English. Working out? You pumping?
A little bit.
Yeah.
I need to.
All right.
I need to get going.
Eagle Fang? You gotta get Eagle. You gotta get an Eagle Fang gi. Put that out when you work out. You'll get motivated.
Yeah.
Eagle Fang.
Star Wars is for kids in the first place. Right. I mean,
remember that when you get called a man baby for liking Star Wars.
Oh, I'm the big man baby. I'm Ryan the man baby. Ryan Johnson, the big man baby. That said, yeah, Star Wars, but once again, we've now grown out of Star Wars is just for kids though with Andor.
That's right.
Because Andor isn't for kids. Like that's the first one where
there was Rogue One
for kids.
That ain't for kids.
And Rogue One peppers in because I watched it with a 7 and a 9-year-old. Rogue One is continually moving back and forth between those spirits, which is why my kids don't like it that much. But when we saw it in the theater on the re-release.
They like it when they
liked it more than ever. It's getting bigger. It's getting bigger. They're getting bigger though. That's the big difference, I think. But all right. How much do you bench these days? Oh, I think about like 4 tacos and like
for Taco Bell 10 packs, right? You gotta like lift the 10 packs, man. That's my jam.
I had me and Penny for lunch. We had chicken tacos. We had those little street tacos, those little ones. That's about what I have. I have about 4 of those. Pretty good. All right, 2023 is my comeback year. You can do it. You can do it. How much can you squat? As much as like a cop. All right, everybody, we're gonna call it a show. We'll be back.
I think he's turned on by it, Jason. Like
tomorrow, we're going to see Avatar 2. I might do a show sometime tomorrow if there's any news, anything worth covering, or if I have the time, which I think I will.
Okay, over under, Jason.
Me and Rob will be back together on Friday, right?
Over under. Patty Jenkins writes another note. No.
Well, one last thing on the Patty thing. Either that was written in conjunction with Lucasfilm, which is why it took her a few days to get to it. Like they agreed that it was okay, or she just went ahead and did it. And I think if she just went ahead and did it, I think they might be mad at her. But if they did it with her, they're not mad at her.
If Kathleen Kennedy's retired next summer after Indiana Jones, so the rumors would say, does Patty Jenkins keep that project she's in development with, or?
Yeah, I don't know. Okay. I mean, it's
do you think this letter will piss off scoopers who are like, fuck you, my sources ain't wrong, and then they dig up more shit on her? Like, do you think
if she's lying, yes.
Yes.
Because lying. When like we saw like the Adena Nerds guy who just was straight up lying about something about James Gunn the other day and then did it. Then what did he do? He went and made 15, 30, 20 tweets probably so that we had all his bases covered so he could say whatever he needs to say. He said,
sure. I
said it was okay. I said it was a joke. I said whatever's the best move to pivot to, that's the one he's going to go with down the road. And but
he's not a scooper. He just makes up stories. I'm talking about like actual, because this story came from Deadline, all the reporters.
Yeah, the insider's a real scooper. Insider's a real super scooper. He's a super scooper, I'd say. Super
scooper. He would hate that fucking.
Oh, he would. He probably hates everything about this whole thing going on right here in general as well.
Yeah.
You know, I got into for film with the capital F. That said, I don't know. It seems like he's a little fancier than me, than us guys is.
I've seen him in real life. I think he's exactly like us.
Okay, cool.
He dates well, man. I gotta be honest, man. Dude's got a classy style. Oh yeah, you would be Jason. Mm-hmm. Sometimes people look at you and go, "Oh, that fester looking guy couldn't get no one," but you pull in Nick. You know what I mean? Like, you pull in the beefcakes. So I'm proud.
I like aim high and fell hard. You know, that's how I do it. Yeah. That's how I do it. All right, everybody. We'll be back tomorrow.
With my wife. I don't know what her excuse is. What was she thinking?
She's all, this guy, he's gonna sit in the room and draw all day.
And with a 10-pack of Taco Bell, just layering it with yogurt because I don't like sour cream. Yogurt's got more viscosity. So
maybe she was sort of like Ronstadt. She's like, what's going on, So okay, all right, George.
Yogurt and Tapatio.
Well, George, if I don't talk to you tomorrow, I hope you enjoy the Avatar. And I hope it's
I'm gonna go see Black Adam. I heard it's pretty good. Yeah.
All right, dude. Yeah. You got discount tickets.
I'm gonna go. Jet's gonna come with me. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we hit up Linda, but she wanted to see Sonic 2.
You're married now, bud. What are you doing?
Oh no, we keep well,
You get out of here, George.
I'm a sly dog, aren't I?
Yeah, all right, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow. Enjoy the movie, Rob. I hope Rob enjoys it too. Bye, guys.
It's the end of the show.
Come on, let's go. Hey!
It's the end of the show.
Come on, let's go. Hey!
It's the end of the show.
Come on, let's go. Hey!
You should go.
Come on, let's go.
It's not about spaceships.